Do any of you recall Love Benji's announcement that he is the biological son of LL Cool J?
It takes a lot of courage for me to be able to talk about this now at the age that I am. They made me sign paperwork, they didn't want it to go public. Since probably around COVID, they wanted to silence me. Ever since my mother really told me the truth, I feel like it should be public. I need to just get this off my chest. I want to give thanks to you too, man. James Todd Smith. That's what I know him as. Father, great man. But many of you probably know him as LL Cool J. Blocked me from all social medias. I tried to take trips to see him. Him, his beautiful wife, siblings, brothers and sisters. I never knew why I wanted to make music, why I wanted to be an actor, why I wanted to be these things. Turns out my father is LL Cool J.
Rumor has it that he has returned and is claiming once more that he is L's son. Love Benji is said to have reappeared after a 2-year hiatus from radio and social media, igniting the same paternity storm that previously made LL Cool J's name go viral. Personally, I believe that this whole story had already been resolved as a farce. It might not have been a skit, though, depending on what is circulating. According to others, it's probable that he has been concealing the fact that Benji is his son. Child, we are discussing a man whose name is an acronym for Ladies Love, Cool James, and whose wife has acknowledged that they have previously had problems because he is a ladies' man. Therefore, it wouldn't be out of the question for him to become a parent.
I'm married to a sex symbol. Growing up, when we first got together, I've had my times where I would be going off and, mad at this one because they looked at him this way. And
additionally, I am aware that there have been several accounts of persons claiming to be the secret children of celebrities throughout time. For example, in 2014, a budding comedian named Brando Murphy saw a brief surge in fame due to his self-inflicted scandal around his assertion that he was comic Eddie Murphy's biological kid. Let's just say that things didn't work out since Brando eventually gave in and acknowledged that there was no relationship after Eddie Murphy sued him. In another case, Lou G, an influencer, made headlines when he claimed to be the child of Dr. Dre, a music producer and multi-billionaire. The Death Row Records co-founder openly denied the allegation, and Lou G's Instagram account abruptly vanished. Additionally, there is a case between Jay-Z and Ree. Jay even recently addressed his accusations, stating that Ramir and his godmother have been together for years and that the allegations in the new lawsuit have been repeatedly addressed and dismissed by several prior courts. Additionally, according to the statement, Jay-Z has not formally confirmed nor disputed his paternal tie with Raheem. Jay-Z said in his filing that Ramir, his late mother, and his godmother had frequently brought him before the court on the false pretense that he was his biological son. So, yes, there have occasionally been a lot of purported children born. However, depending on rumors circulating, this one involving Love Benji and LL could be worth examining. Just to give you some context, in 2023, Love Benji, who claimed to be L's biological son, came out and said that he had been purposely kept secret from the public for years. This led to LL becoming the target of a paternity claim. For example, Benji posted a whole Instagram video detailing his concealment and included information on a purported NDA that he was duped into signing in order to keep his identity a secret. Benji stated that although he and LL are not very close, he occasionally sends him money. He said, "At my age, it takes a lot of guts for me to be able to talk about this today. I was forced to sign the documents. They didn't want it to be made public, Most likely, this is near Kodot's. Their goal was to keep me quiet. However, I believe it should be made public ever since my mother honestly told me the truth. I simply need to get this off my chest now. I would also like to thank you, Guy." Benji went on to say that James Todd Smith was his father, and that he was a wonderful man. Even yet, a lot of people still called him L. He said that he had been barred from every social media site. He also said that he made an effort to see his siblings, wife, and himself. However, he never realized why he was driven to acting in music until he learned that he was his father, at which point he felt fortunate. Although he said it wasn't about the money, He added that he was grateful that LL sometimes sent him around $200 each month. He said that charm, charisma, and success with women were gifts from his father. He continued by saying that he didn't want the issue to make it to the blogs. However, he hadn't heard from him since L had disabled his number, so he thought this was the only way to get in touch. He told L straight out that was his reality, that he felt fortunate, and that he should keep smooth.
I'm blessed. I'm thankful. He'll send me money every now and then, probably $200 a month, but it ain't about the money. Bless me with the charm, the ladies, charisma. I really didn't want to take it here and have the blogs blow it up or nothing like that. Since he blocked my number, I haven't heard much from him. I feel like this how I'll be able to reach out to him. That's my...
You see, at the time it was unclear whether Love Benji was speaking the truth, as many accused him of, or was only kidding, chasing. Additionally, he seemed to address the accusations by publishing comments made by viewers of his video. In response, LL stated that the video's assertion was untrue. Additionally, Benji appeared to be making jokes about being his son while doing a comedy. Additionally, the team claimed that they could verify that the assertion was untrue. However, did Benji actually get silenced by an NDA as he claimed? Or was this all a well-planned joke to attract attention? There may be more to the tale than what LL's team is revealing, if there was, in fact. A court order keeping him silent. Should we have folks who believe the narrative is true and are willing to date? Citing Benji's unadulterated emotion in the video as evidence that such suffering could not be faked. Fans have even stated that. Given LL's own well-documented upbringing, openly rejecting him would be a horrible look if LL Cool J is indeed his father. I mean, it would be devastating for a parent who survived such a horrible upbringing to abandon his kid who is dealing with comparable injuries. And when he was just 4 years old, the individual in question had his father fire the trigger on his mother and grandfather. Additionally, after his mother left the hospital, she started seeing Roscoe, an addict, who beat LL with extension cables, vacuum cleaner attachments, and fists for even the smallest transgression. Therefore, denying his children would not be a good look for him. However, some have stated that it's not shocking that LL would have a child, or even more, considering his image as a ladies' man. As everyone is aware, LL Cool J and Simone Smith have been wed for more than 25 years. And they have 4 children together that look a lot like LL. However, there have been a lot of problems with LL being a ladies' man over the years that they have. Been Together. His name basically translates to Ladies Love Cool James. Honey. His wife and better half haven't always accepted their love, even though he values the attention he's gotten from his mostly female fan following. In fact, it has given them a great deal of problems. In actuality, L. Cool J divorced his wife twice after having his first 2 children with Simone. She also acknowledged that she had not spoken to LL for 2 weeks following their honeymoon, following his video in which he was seen having an intimate relationship with another lady. When we first got together, I had my times where I would be going off, Simone revealed on the Banking on Kulora podcast, acknowledging that she found it difficult to handle her a husband's adoring female followers. I'm upset about this since they gave him this face. However, that was years ago. Since you can't go somewhere without someone requesting your signature or a picture, they no longer even request signatures. Everyone wants a photo right now. You know, it presents several difficulties. However, Todd and I have managed to maintain a healthy balance in our lives. Allegations of infidelity have also surfaced, and it has been claimed that LL met Simone when she was quite young and got her pregnant before going off on his own. Additionally, he cheated on her with other women while continuing to have children at home. Therefore, once more, it wouldn't surprise them if he had several children. There are now rumors that Benji has returned. He purportedly returned online after deleting his Instagram and allowing the story to settle, which sparked new rumors about why he's making a comeback at this time. Is he prepared to provide fresh evidence? Is this a well-timed attempt to advance his music career? Or is it about reviving the paternity drama? I'm not sure, folks. I'm not sure. However, you may tell me in the comments area below whether you think any of this is true.